So I haven't tried to do anything special. This is how my hair looks like on everyday basis, and I'm trying to put them this way like that, and then I tilt my head and they all on my face again, and I don't know what to do. Do you have a solution? So, if you knew that I'm gonna talk about polymer clay, welcome back to Monica and Doodle channel. If you didn't know what I'm going to do next, welcome to Monica and Doodle channel. And I'm very happy to see you all here, and today I will show you how I'm making some very fancy polymer clay slab. As usual, I kneaded the clay very well so it's soft and has some elasticity in it before I am putting it through the pasta machine, and I thought that the stripe is little bit too thin, so I fold it in half and I roll through the pasta machine again. By the way, I have 8 levels of thickness on my pasta machine and I used level 6. And once my sheet of black clay is ready, I am starting with another one with white this time, and guess what's gonna be there? So basically exactly the same process, and this device is made from plastic bottle and sellotape. Very simple, you cut the bottle the size you want and you wrap it with sellotape and you have your shape cutter. This was emergency solution, but it worked fairly alright. So you probably noticed that the slab of polymer clay I'm making today is very floral. This is the petals I'm gonna use, and I wanted to have them very even as much as I can, because I noticed that by hand I really cannot make it as even as possible, so this was my solution of making them even and the same for a change, more or less. And saying that, actually that just proves that if you wanna start doing polymer clay, you don't need any fancy tools. All you need is just a rolling pin, which you have anyways at home, or anything round you can roll your clay, and need bottle, sellotape, all things you can make shapes from. It's just like imagination is everything for you. And here is a great example of my imagination. I just thought that those petals are a little bit too thick, and if I would run it through the pasta machine it would be too flat. So I just flattened them a little bit, and now I'm doing some texture using a needle. And it's very simple, again, you probably have it at home. Okay, and now I think that my daisies are about to be done, so I will start with middles, which is yellow and very nice. And from the middles, however, I'm using Fimo soft clay. And normally this wouldn't be my choice, but because we're living in a lockdown, well, you get what you get and you don't get upset. So I placed the first middle, and you know what? Nah, something's wrong. As my initial idea is to do daisies here, I think there is not quite enough petals for a daisy, so I am just repeating the process which I done in the very beginning, and I will add, in each gap I will add one more petal for each flower, if you know what I mean. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just making it more bulky and more different and more interesting and more full. And now actually I'm good to start to do middles. And yeah, it's very simple in this way. I just rolled one little snake of polymer clay, chopped it in even parts, more or less even parts, and I'm just rolling nice little balls from it and slightly pressing in the middle of the flowers. Really not a rocket science, everyone can do it. no, this is not for your coffee. Don't drink it, don't smell it, it's very dangerous for you to intake. But it's very nice to clean up all the dusts from polymer clay, just using the earbuds and just changing them very often so it doesn't get muddy. I found that rough paintbrush is the best thing to make slight texture. And once texture is done, I am adding some greenery in there. Totally same technique, I'm using the same stamp I just made 5 minutes ago, and I'm just making little leaves from there. And this is Fimo's silicone brush, and I cannot recommend more to get it if you can, and if you're really thinking of trying to do some more polymer clay creations. It's really great tool, and 5 of them cost me £1.20 or something from Wish. Yes, I waited for a month, but it's definitely worth it. It's really nice and very soft tool if you want to press nice shapes without leaving a fingerprints in it. Lastly, I decided to fill some black space with white dots just to make it a little bit more funkier. I think it's nice. I like it when it's busy and nice and cool. And this does look pretty. What do you think? Leave your opinion in the comments and I will be very happy to hear what you think. And now comes the most responsible part of the whole job, the cutting. I am always so scared to cut it that I'm doing something wrong, and I know that there is absolutely no way back, so it's really stressful for me, but so far I'm doing quite alright, so I'm just gonna keep myself calm and do as best as I can.
2 a.m. in the car playing our favorite song. Turn it up, windows down, we sing along. The summer night has just begun. The moon is bright.
When I squeeze absolutely everything from the slab I made, which is what I've done, there is nothing else left there, I am placing my shapes on the glass plate covered with white sheet of paper. This is my technique of doing that, and so far it works the best. And now if you're thinking what I'm doing so carefully, I am punching the holes. And there was one accident here, so I'm gonna try to fix it right now.
Calling sick in the morning, baby don't leave.
Yep, good to go. So what I was talking about, yes, so holes. I'm punching the holes before I'm baking it. I used to do after I bake it, like not punching, I used to drill the holes afterwards, but I found that this works much better for me, so this is what I'm gonna do. This is not a rule, you do what you prefer. And now my shapes are ready to bake, and I'm baking them at least 35 minutes on 110 degrees in Celsius. And once it's baked now, I'm gonna do some sanding. I know some people using the nail tool, I don't know how it calls, like some kind of nail sanding machine. I'm not quite sure, I'm not really much into beauty. But anyways, talking about the power tools and this kind of delicate things, I really don't trust my hands. I really don't want to break it, even if polymer clay is hard enough to handle that pressure when it's baked. I'm still scared, so I'm doing it all manually every single time. So this is what I'm doing, and I'm using 800 grit sanding paper, and I'm using wet technique because I like it wet. And the reason why I suggest to do it wet is because when you're doing dry sanding, all those little particles you sand off, they may stuck in the streaks, and you will never get it out, and you will have some kind of odd white edges. So always do wet on wet if you can, but there is special sanding paper for that. Oh, I talk so much today. Well, what I'm doing here, I am glazing it. Usually I'm using resin, but for this time I decided to use polymer clay glaze. And this is perfect. It dries in 20 minutes. It gives some additional shine. It's not that shiny as resin, and it doesn't give that extra sturdiness as resin does, but it's very nice. It's very lightweight, and I don't really see a point to use resin in this case. And here we're coming to the very last episode of this tutorial, which is where I'm assembling everything what I've done. And yes, these long pieces is not gonna be earrings or something, it's gonna be hair clips because I need them so much. And I'm just using E6000 super glue, and I hope that will be just enough. If I'll see that it's not sturdy enough, I will add some resin, but I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be alright. And when the hair clip glue is drying, I am assembling the earrings. I don't know why I filmed it this way so you cannot see, but I'm using round nose pliers and some jump rings and some ear wire, and it's pretty simple. You just open, you close, and that's it. It's done. What do you think? So, solution is here. Ta-da! Do you like it? Yeah, so these are what I made, and I cannot be happier. These are mighty enough to hold my hair. I don't know if I like the style of it. Maybe something like that instead. Yeah, I think that's gonna be better. So these claws, alligator clips I think you call them, they are mighty enough to hold my hair. So fear not, they will hold yours as well, because my hair is unmanageable. And okay, so do you like this video? If you liked, press this button, and don't forget that long red button which says subscribe on it, so that would really help me and support this channel. And also, if you want to support this channel, you can find the link below in the description box, where you will find my Etsy shop link, and these earrings gonna be listed there as well. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video then. Bye!